Today, we had planned to visit John Rosser, who's an alumni from Kingham who knew our founder, and he turned 100 years old in September. We were excited to go visit him in St. Albans, but unfortunately, because of the weather, we've had to delay until February 14th. So instead, in this week's episode from Mark, he's put together a story about one of our pupils that left recently. He left in 2016. His name's Brad Lowe, and he really is a story of a Kingham Hill kid who came in year 7 and grew up. He's a lifer and he's doing really well. So we wanted to share that with you.
My dad was in the military, and a lot of the time when I was younger, we moved 3 or 4 times by the time I was 11. And a lot of my friends that I knew in Germany, which is where we lived at the time, were also moving about. And so the environment was very unstable. And so a decision between all of us was that a boarding school would probably be the best place for me. And so we looked at different boarding schools, but the one that really stood out, just due to their warm welcoming and the environment, as well as just where it is in the country, it's a beautiful part of the country, was Kingham Hill.
Isn't it funny how something you always thought you knew can change if you look differently? The wonders you'll discover, the connections you'll forge, the talents you'll find, the skills you'll sharpen, the ideas you'll explore, the friends you'll meet, the plans you'll make, the person you'll become. Whether for yourself or stood united. The world seems a very different place if you look differently. Isn't it time you look differently with us? Kingham Hill School.
Kingham Hill provided me with the opportunities to grow as a person. Before I came to Kingham, I was very secluded. I didn't go out a lot. And so by the time I left Kingham, I was a very confident young man ready to take on the world.
Give it the right! Ready, heave!
Teaching at Kingham is very personal. The class sizes are very small, and so you have to get a lot of contact time with the teachers, as well as able to embrace your own ideas and project them around the class, which is what I was able to do in classes such as drama or photography. And the teachers themselves are very caring. When I first came to Kingham, I was very nervous, but one of the first things that happened when I went into Plymouth, which is one of the junior boys' boarding houses, was I was met by one of the house parents who was extremely welcoming and helped me settle in greatly. And it wasn't just the first day, obviously, that they were welcoming and caring. That carried on throughout my whole time at Kingham, and that's the same with all the staff members.
So at the end of their time in Plymouth, the boys were able to choose friends that they wanted to be with and give a little nod to which house they wanted to go to. And with Bradley, I can't remember whether he chose Sheffield or not, or opted to go to Sheffield. I like to think he did, but we were very lucky to get him. For Bradley, it was all about building the person and making him feel he could do stuff and getting some self-belief into him so that he could realise his potential, and boy did he. What he did at A-levels was amazing. It blew us all away.
The blood of the school is the Christian ethos, where everyone there is there to give something back into the school. And so the relationships that are formed with staff members run very deep. The important thing is that you as a person grow. That's really what Kingham is about. Outside the classroom, extracurricular-wise, there's just a mind-boggling wide range of activities that Kingham offers. And the few things that I was involved in was the combined cadet force, as well as a small club called aeromodelling. Sport is probably one of the strongest aspects of Kingham, and it very much instills that respect for your other pupils. You know, you need to work with them and on the same token that helps bring about teamwork. And so you really start to bond with everyone. You know, you're on the pitch, you know, maybe tensions can run high, but in the end you all have a good laugh. And then after a cold day, get back, have a shower and sit down and relax together. And so it's very much a family that you start to form at Kingham. The ethos that Kingham had, as well as just the educational excellence, I very much doubt I would be where I am today at Royal Holloway if I hadn't have stayed at Kingham thanks to their generosity to get me through sixth form.
We have some events coming up in the next few months, and I would love it if you could come and join us. One is Founders Day, which is on March 23rd. We've got lots of activities on that day. It's not just about sitting around and having lunch. I promise you'll have fun. And on June 1st, we have Chill on the Hill, which is our second year for doing it. It's a time for you to come out to the hill with your family and friends and just chill out, have a barbecue, and catch up. So we hope to see you there.